Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City of Lowell Zoning Board of Appeals public hearing for June 24th. Just a few reminders and housekeeping. If you wish to speak tonight, if you come to the lectern and just state your name and address for the record, we appreciate it. Also, if you have any cell phone or electronic device, if you can turn it on silent or turn it off, it'd be appreciated. And tonight we have 4 members. So any voting tonight, you would need a 4-0 unanimous vote to get it approved, just for the public and for anybody here tonight for a hearing. All right, moving on into continued business, we have none. Going on to new business, we have ZBA-2024-22, petition of the variance. The applicants Monica and Eliza Avellino. Property located at 24 Troll Lane West. The applicant has applied to zoning board of appeals seeking a variance approved to construct an addition to their home at 24 Troll Lane West. The subject property is located in the suburban single-family SSF zoning district. The proposal requires variance approval per section 5.1 for relief from the minimum side yard setback and any other relief required in the Lowell zoning ordinance. Folks, are you here for 24 Troll Lane? You want to just come to the lectern? Good evening, ma'am. You want to just tell us your name and address and just tell us what you're doing tonight for your project?
My name is Monica Avellino. I'm from 24 Troll Lane West, Lowell, Mass. Here tonight to see what your vote is for the addition that we plan to construct at the home. My father passed away and my mother's looking into moving with us. We also have 4 children who are growing, so we're looking to expand our family, our space that we have in our living.
Okay, thank you. Sorry to hear about your father.
Thank you.
All right, we'll open up the hearing to the public. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition? In opposition? In opposition? All right, seeing none, that portion of the public hearing is closed. Anyone wishing to speak in favor? In favor? In favor? Seeing none, the public hearing is closed. We're going to open questions and comments to the board. The chair recognizes Mr. Nixon. Mr. Nixon, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Chair. So are you actually just extending out from the garage to the front of the house and then just going up to the same level that it's there now?
Yeah, so
Right.
currently right now, the house that we have, there's like a small half kitchen, and then it extends out to a sunroom, and then there's the 1-car garage. We're looking to make it a 2-car garage and bumping out the kitchen so that it's flush in the front, so it all continues with the same roof line.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. That's all the questions I had, actually. I was just kind of looking at the layout. It looks pretty nice, though, so
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nixon. The chair recognizes Acting Vice Chairman, Mr. Briere. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I look very favorably upon the petition. But I would like you to address the comments from our building commissioner. Are you in receipt of those comments?
I did, yes. I'm absolutely aware of the free-flowing from one unit to the other, and I'm totally fine with that. Like I said, the space is for my mother and my children. I would actually prefer that it was open. So we did create a stairway from our kitchen up to my mom's space, and we like that to be open so we can access it at any time. In terms of the, the deed restriction, I'm willing to do that if it's absolutely necessary, but I know in good faith that the unit is not for rental, it's not for money, it's for my own, family. So I would do it if I absolutely have to, but like I said, if it's not necessary, then so depending on, if it's necessary or not, I would do it, but I don't see a need for it.
Okay. You've satisfied my questions. I hope Mom is happy in her new living space, and I wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Briere. Ms. Briere, did you want those as a condition, sir, or just?
No, I just wanted to hear the petitioner's comments for
Okay.
the record.
All right, thank you, Mr. Briere. The chair recognizes Mr. Prokop. Mr. Prokop, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, and again, sorry for your loss. Going back to the building commissioner's comments, where you mentioned about the deed restriction, I'm assuming that the commissioner made that as a condition because he said you will need to sign it. So I am in favor of your project. I think it's nice. I drove by your neighborhood yesterday, and it seemed like it's a very quiet street. And
Yes.
I don't think that anything you're doing is derogating the neighborhood. But again, I think you should consider what the building commissioner says, because I mean he does say that it looks like you're building what you're building is an ADU, so you
Right.
probably need that deed restriction.
So is it necessary? Is it required? Is what I'm asking.
Well, I'm reading what he says here. He said the owner will need to sign the deed restriction, recognizing the property as a single family and nothing more.
Right.
So my assumption is yes. And he said before occupancy is granted. So, but aside from that, I'm saying the project on a whole, I think it's doesn't do anything, that derogates the neighborhood. I think it's, and the easements that you're looking for is not that major. And the fact that DPD stated there's a couple of other properties within that area that's similar to that, again, I think it fits right into what you're trying to do. And of course, we know it's for your mom and it's for family, but you never know what could happen, where things might change. So I think the commissioner is probably looking to make sure that we have that type of security in there. Okay? Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Nothing else.
Thank you, Mr. Prokop. Ma'am, just like my colleagues, I think the request that you're asking for tonight, the addition, I think it fits in line with the rest of the character of the neighborhood. I totally understand the reason behind the request as well. And like my colleague said, the request you're seeking, the relief is very minimal, in my opinion. I think to me, the comments by the building commissioner make sense. I don't think a condition is needed, in my opinion, as well, at least not from my perspective.
I just know of several other projects in the neighborhood, and I just don't know if, they took the same route where they had to have the restriction on their deed. Like I said, I'm fine with doing it. I just don't know if it's completely necessary.
Yeah. And again, I think this addition would be a nice addition, not just to your home, but to that neighborhood. And again, down the line, in the future, you never know. There's plenty of people needing housing, so this addition would be going down the road. It could be great additional housing option for people in the future. Not saying that you're thinking about that.
Or any of my 4 children.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, they would need housing as well as tons of other people in the Commonwealth. So I'm in support of this as well.
Can I?
Yeah, Ms. Prokop, do you have any other comments, sir?
I just have a question. Dylan, the comments from the building commissioner, since the applicant is wondering if it's really necessary, is this something that she can discuss with the commissioner directly, just to find out, get some clarity on why it's needed?
Yeah, she can discuss this with the commissioner directly. It's not something that necessarily has to be conditioned by this board. If the building commissioner feels he needs to do that, she can discuss it with him.
Okay, thank you. So you would have to speak to the commissioner.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, any other comments from my colleagues? Oh, yeah, Mr. Nixon, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I mean, so you're only having one kitchen in the house, correct?
No, I have one kitchen in my house, and then there's like a open space with a kitchen also upstairs above the garage.
Okay, that's the confusion, I guess, for the, whether it's a ADU or if it's just an addition.
Right.
So that's why they're going to ask about that. Yeah. Okay. So just want a little clarification. That's
Yeah,
all. Thank you.
I understand.
Thank you, Mr. Nixon. Any other comments by my colleagues before we move forward with a vote? All right, seeing none, can I have a motion, please?
Okay, to you, Mr. Chairman, regarding ZBA 2024-22 for variance at 24 Troll Lane West, under section 5.1. Applicant have applied to the Zoning Board of Appeals seeking a variance of approval to construct an addition at their home at 24 Troll Lane. Subject property is located in the suburban single-family SF SS zoning district for variance of approval under section 5.1.
All right, motion by Mr. Proko. Second by the acting vice chairman, Mr. Brier. Can we have a roll call, please?
Chairman Peck,
Approve.
Member Brier. Approval. Member Prokop,
Approve.
Member Nickerson.
Approve.
All right, you've been approved. Wish you the best of luck on your project, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good luck with you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Good luck. Thank you for coming out tonight, folks. All right, moving on to other business. We have an administrative review at 19 through 20 Academy Drive. The administrative review for the project is located at 1920 Academy Drive. The applicant was granted a variance approval to convert an existing building into 12 residential units with a condition of an administrative review. The project was completed in January 2024. Is anyone here from Academy Drive? On Zoom? All right, hearing, seeing none. What is the wish of the board?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr. Brier?
I would ask Dylan if the applicant is in compliance with all conditions that were imposed at the time of passage.
At this point, the stormwater system was not installed. That was required to be installed. So at this point, I don't believe that's been installed. So they would not be in compliance with all the conditions. I understand they're working with stormwater on a plan for that, but I don't believe the work has been completed yet.
Dylan, is there a timeline? Because this has been on the review for a long time, so is there any repercussions that should be taken from this board or no?
There are steps the city can take regarding enforcement, this particular when a project doesn't meet their conditions of approval. It'll be fine.
Right, but they are working on it currently, or we don't know.
That was my understanding. They were supposed to come to this meeting to provide that update, but they haven't come.
Okay.
Just to my colleagues, do we want to see if we want to, we can continue the matter and then maybe DPDs reach out to them, tell them that, we continued and if the board wants, obviously.
I mean, I'm thinking we've continued it twice already, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
At least twice,
So I'm not sure from our perspective as a board, what else can we do to them? Because this just being an administrative review for them to be in compliance, they are not in compliance yet, but they are working on being compliant. It would have been nice for the applicants to be here, obviously, but I'm not sure what our options would be, for enforcement.
So the city would handle, the zoning department would handle enforcement, the building department,
Okay.
the issues with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr.
Well-
Chairman,
Yeah, Mr. Brier, floor is yours, sir.
just for my clarification, Dylan. So the oversight and the enforcement is an ongoing process that will be taken on by DPD?
That's correct.
Okay, so is it fair to say that this board has done its job? We're not neglecting this. So if we don't require any further action with respect to the review, your team is going to pursue it.
Yes, they'll have to complete the stormwater regardless of any administrative review.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. So I think the internal administrative review process for us is set, and then, Mr. Ricker, if there's any updates or anything you want to let us know, that's fine. In the future, we'll keep it at that front. So that's it for other business. We don't have to vote on that. So we have minutes for approval for June 10th, 2024. Any edits, additions? All right, seeing none, can I have a motion to approve the minutes for June 10th, please?
Okay. To you, Mr. Chairman, approve minutes for approval, June 10th, 2024.
All right, motion by Mr. Prokop to approve the minutes. Second by Mr. Nixon. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Unanimous and ayes. The minutes have been approved. Any other comments from my colleagues before we move forward with a vote to adjourn? Seeing none, can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
To you, Mr. Chairman, motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Motion by Mr. Prokop to adjourn. Second by Mr. Nixon. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Ayes are unanimous. We are adjourned. Thank you and have a good night, folks.